If you're planning a trip to New York City and you love wine, here's the mistake I see people making all the time. They spend their time trying to get reservations at the hottest restaurants or standing in line for trendy food spots and maybe squeezing in a wine bar before heading home. But Manhattan has one of the most exciting wine scenes in the world. Not because it's producing wine, obviously, but because it's where wines from every corner of the planet are going to collide. On any given night, you can drink grower champagne from France, skin contact wines from Georgia, volcanic whites from Sicily, or tiny production bottles from winemakers you've never heard of and may never see again. By the way, welcome. I'm Hillary Zio, certified sommelier, two-time wine book author, and restaurant owner. After 20 years in the wine industry and visiting over 50 countries, this channel is all about travel for wine lovers. I lived in New York City for more than a decade, and these are the Manhattan wine bars I personally keep going back to. First up is 10 Bells. We're starting with a true New York wine institution here. Long before natural wine became mainstream, this Lower East Side favorite was introducing New Yorkers to small producers, minimal intervention wines, and grapes they'd never heard of before. Somehow it has managed to stay cool without becoming pretentious, which is a rare achievement in my book. And the wine list is always really interesting. The atmosphere is very lively, it stays open late, and the oysters have become almost as famous as the wine itself. So if you want to experience a place that helped shape modern wine culture in New York, then definitely start here. Second is Ruffian. So Ruffian feels like the wine bar version of that friend who always knows about the coolest bottle before anyone else does. It's tucked away in the East Village. It's intimate, a little quirky, and packed with personality. The list leans toward natural and low intervention producers, but what I appreciate most is that it never feels dogmatic. The food is excellent, the staff is genuinely excited about what they're pouring, and there's always something surprising by the glass. This is the kind of place where one glass can turn into three because everything just sounds too interesting not to try. If you've ever felt intimidated by natural wine, check out Skin Contact. That's number three. This place will change your mind. Located on the Lower East Side, it's cozy, welcoming, refreshingly unpretentious, and the staff is so friendly. Genuinely, they want you to enjoy whatever it is you're drinking. So, whether you're a sommelier or someone ordering orange wine for the first time, the list is full of exciting producers, but the vibe stays so relaxed and it's just neighborhood focused. It feels less like a trendy destination and more like a place you'd wish existed around the corner from your apartment. Number four is Parcel. Parcel in Chinatown is one of those places that reminds me why I still love dining out after 20 years in the wine industry. The food is excellent, the wine list is packed with thoughtful selections, from around the world in their book, and the entire experience feels intentional from start to finish. Reservations can be tough to get, and it's a little bit pricey, but that's because they're doing something really special in here. Wine isn't an afterthought or a beverage program attached to a restaurant. It's really part of the identity of the place. And you can feel that moment, especially when you sit down and see the glassware. Next is Temperance in Soho, which feels like a glimpse into the future of New York wine bars. The room is so modern and stylish, and it's very energetic in there. The list is kind of nerdy and creative, definitely full of bottles you won't see anywhere else, but it's a casual place that really rewards curiosity. So if you like discovering obscure grapes or producers who are doing something different, then you'll have a really great time here, especially if you're alone. I go there alone. It's one of those rare bars where every visit feels a little different from the last two because there's always something new that you can explore. Number six is Aldo Som. So for a completely different experience, head to Aldo Som in the Upper West Side. This is where classic wine service meets modern hospitality. Aldo Som is one of the most respected sommeliers in the world, and the By the Glass program here reflects that level of expertise. The list is deep and thoughtful, it's beautifully curated, and offers access to wines that would normally require buying entire bottles elsewhere. Despite the pedigree, the atmosphere is very relaxed and inviting and upscale. If you want to understand how great hospitality and great wine service can work together, then this is one of the best examples in New York. Next up is Stars. Stars is one of those newer additions to Manhattan's wine scene, and it's quickly become a favorite among people who really spend a lot of time thinking about wine. The space feels intimate, just like effortlessly cool, almost like a tiny Paris wine bar tucked into the East Village. The selections are thoughtful, the food's excellent, and there's an energy here that reminds me a little of the neighborhood wine bars that I love the most in Europe. It manages to feel both current and timeless at the same time, which is a really difficult balance to achieve. Lastly, is terroir. No list of Manhattan wine bars would feel complete without terroir. This place is legendary for a reason. So, founded by Paul Greco, Terroir helped redefine what a wine bar could be in New York City. The list is famously deep, especially if you love Riesling and by the glass selections, which are among the most extensive in the city. And what I appreciate most is that despite its importance in the wine world, it still feels approachable and fun. It's a place where serious wine lovers can geek out for hours, but casual drinkers can also walk in and have a fantastic experience. The best wine bars aren't necessarily the ones with the biggest wine lists or the rarest bottles. They're the places that make you want to come back. The places where staff remembers you, the food's memorable, and you just discover something new. If you're heading to New York soon, save this list for later and let me know in the comments which wine city I should cover next. And if you're wondering how I've been able to spend 20 years working in wine and traveling all over the world, my book, Still Working Wine, is available on Amazon right now and linked below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.